in the exam, they are perceived as a disruptive influence in the classroom.
Yes, they are.
And so what happens is, for you to become a doctor, overwhelmingly a politician, a journalist, someone often in industry, all these areas that control the system.
The professions.
The professions.
Yeah.
Lawyers.
Yes.
I mean, on and on we go. You have to have gone through your young life constantly taking information into your left brain and regurgitating it out on exam papers. To become a teacher, you have to go through that process. Then you go through teacher training college where you're taught how to do it to others, and then you're let loose on the children.
Yes.
The whole system is run by left brain prisoners. And if you look at the school system, things like music and art that stimulate this side of the brain, the uniqueness, they are constantly cut back in favor of left brain curriculums. And this is systematic. I have to get this over to people. This is not systematic at the level of, people who administer it into reality. It is coldly calculated in the shadowy areas where these concepts first come from.
Yeah.
And they know what they're doing.
Yeah, these examinations, what's happening is that, to fit in, to be part of the so-called in crowd, you have to reconfirm the beliefs of the hierarchy.
Exactly.
The ancient kingdom of Tibet, situated high in the Himalaya mountains. Tibet is a culture based on compassion, totally at odds with the doctrine of the Antichrist. The spiritual and secular leader of Tibet, His Royal Highness, the Dalai Lama, won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1989 for his continued policy of non-violent resistance of the communist Chinese government, who illegally took control of Tibet more than 40 years ago. Tibet is being systematically destroyed by America's most favored nation, Communist China. Buddhist monks are being slaughtered, and there is wholesale torture of nuns and monks who defy the Chinese military and follow the pacifist, anti-war teachings of the ascended Buddhist masters.
My brother-in-law and I were arrested together and marched around in front of our village. Then the Chinese shot him in the head, and his blood splattered all over me. The Chinese said, "So you call for His Holiness the Dalai Lama and call on America for help. But where are they? Will anyone help you? If you obey China, your path will be smooth. If you don't, watch what happens to these two."
The Tibetan people are suffering immeasurably under the Chinese. Countless beatings and killings. And though the Chinese say there's freedom of religion, they don't allow us to practice our faith.
Java Dea Donga Dumber. There Donga dancing, Hotijole Changridor. Chances in Donga than the Koran Kangele, Jad and Jackie Yorwell, and the Ganges that did, Tanda Tisha, the Mumba child.
Oh, Jadiravan, the young one did Salajur to see the dinner that she was here. Duhala. Did dinner do it there? Sadila Jordayore. Duhala, Adi. Sadi dilemma to choose it in a mayor. They call it Java Shure. Cook and the nugget.
Call bed troops, Conas Denver.
A Java shooting a catch.
Java shooting Tina Marambi, Suchas and Marambi. Marambis the Shala Yorwell, Shaletilla, Yangja Dambana, Yishajin, Kashi Java, the milk here, Yatadania, Pondin the City. And Chile Java Hughes, Chile, our looking other one. And Chile at Sari Tower in the Bombet in the Tudoja, Miss Sum, sure. And Tinet was Chile Subacasa, a low dance. Chick Seminana, Semida, Chapin Dance Yorba, and Java that introduced him soon as it's Chimpataya.
Separate university. Tadola Sarre, Bench Yore. Get a Bosa Yore. To similar Chetta, 72nd catch of Shirare, similar Chetena, Nazar Pendo Yore. The game, Medonga, Meda, Merriboku Marda, oh, Merrill. Rounding the Dushadamedo Hesation is a sure. As a Lanjata 2 years over there. In a Kali Shula magical man, Chiran Gabon Tabo Jashu. Chiran Tandama, Percive Tandala, Dozondare, Chajere, Yakushitare, Oma. Some little Jashu, Daya Aka in a Debat Cure. Roller Jashu, Nangmari.
The Free Tibet campaign is a worldwide movement of volunteers who wish to highlight the illegal killings and imprisonment of Tibetan people.
Free Tibet!
The Free Tibet campaign displayed flags during the state visit of the Chinese Premier in London. The Free Tibet flags were confiscated by British police officers. The peaceful protesters were often arrested and dragged away for no apparent reason. Some were even assaulted and beaten by British police officers.
I'm not young, haven't got long hair in dreadlocks, and I'm not covered in rings all over the show. I've always felt strongly about Tibet and about what's going on in China on the political front. The fact that they've still got detainees in prison who were at Tiananmen Square 10 or 11 years ago, that is bloody awful, and something has to be done. And I think in a case like this where the government won't do anything, it's always down to the people to do something instead.
Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet!
The police officers carrying out these illegal arrests are mostly members of Freemasonry. Freemasonry is more than just a secret society.